I thought it was going to be over when I got rid of that ring, but that was almost 3 weeks ago. And the last 19 days have been the worst of my life. I moved back in with my mom and sister, but whatever it was just followed me. I can't stay out after dark anymore, and I don't like being alone, in the house or anywhere else. I feel it around me almost all the time. Something that won't leave me alone. Something that's always watching me.
Sorry, I didn't have time to cook today.
It's okay. Cereal works for me. It's better than when you cook.
No, sir.
What did you eat while you were away?
I can cook a little.
What did we eat for dinner Saturday when Mom was at work?
Cereal?
And for lunch?
Shut up, Ling.
Well, you're almost old enough to start cooking for yourself and your big sister. Even though I never wanted you to have to. I never had to cook anything for myself, not until I was 20. Mom taught me how to cook, but she never let me.
Your mom didn't have to work 2 jobs though.
I know, but I still don't feel right about it.
Why'd you have to go earlier today?
One of the other nurses has some family issue this morning and wants to get home as soon as possible.
And that concerns you how?
I like to help out when I can.
Like you don't work enough?
Don't you already have double shifts today?
I do. Well, when you help other people, it comes back to you. I don't mind.
But we do. We only see you in the morning and late at night.
When you should be in bed anyway.
But it's summertime.
Still.
But that doesn't let you off the hook, Mom.
In 2 days, I have off.
From both jobs?
Yeah, I know it's rare, so we'll make good on it. That's if Jin doesn't have some work to do.
I don't have to be in the office on Friday. And things are kind of slow anyway.
What are you covering this week?
Mostly boring stuff. And today I get to interview some local author that no one has heard of.
What types of books?
I don't know. Some dumb junk that no one cares about.
Is that any different from your work?
Mom!
I know I'm teasing, although I do wish your work was a little bit lighter sometimes.
Well, I think you get your wish now.
I'm sure you'll find something of interest with the writer. On that note, I better get going. Ling, you sure you'll be okay today? By yourself?
She's almost 12, Mom.
Ling?
I'll be okay.
I'll take care of it, Mom.
Thanks, son. It's good to have you back.
I love you, sweetie. Love you too, Mom. I love you. But, Jin, why can't...
Because I said so. And I thought this was going to be boring.
Ditto. You guys didn't research me much before you came here, did you?
Sorry, I know that's not too professional.
Wouldn't say that. I know Jin's done some pretty big stories, so I figured a random author interview wouldn't be too exciting.
Well, Jin's written almost about a dozen articles for Time magazine and has a couple books out herself. One was on New York's bestsellers list for a few months.
And you?
Just local reporting. A small town girl.
We gotta start somewhere.
And this book is basically about what?
It's a look at the phenomenon altogether, with some personal testimonies. My own and others that I've gathered.
Was there any process of weeding out the kooks and people looking for attention?
I or one of the people that I work with researched their stories to try and validate them. We talked with friends and family members and did some pretty in-depth interviews. I'm sure you two as reporters know that there's ways to discern truth from, nonsense.
Part of the job, Do you try to explain the reason behind the occurrences described?
Yeah, I tried to be as unbiased as possible, looking at all the sides of the story. I mean, some things simply can't be explained naturally, so I didn't bother trying. But then you have things like SP or...
Sleep paralysis?
Right. So named because it happens when one is trying to sleep or just waking up. And all over the world, people have reported something physically pressing on their chest or stomach, sometimes to the point of prohibiting respiration. Some people see things in the room with them. They usually all feel an evil presence. Science has tried to explain it away, but I think sleep paralysis is a scientific explanation of a supernatural phenomenon.
And what do you think the real phenomenon is? I'm not discounting it, but it would make sense that there's a scientific or a psychological cause. And that people around the world, before the advances of science, just made superstition of what they couldn't explain.
Well, I think that people put blind faith into science, the same way they accuse more spiritually minded people of doing with religion. And even with science, there are still holes in that theory.
So what do you think it really is?
Negative energy manifested. Some attribute it to astral projection, and others to a more sinister force. It's called different things all over the world, like...
But what?
You're Filipino.
Half. My father was.
What is Bengo? What?
It's their version of old hag syndrome. People suffering from sleep paralysis would usually report seeing something holding them down, or in some cases, an old hag sitting on their chest.
Lovely.
My aunt used to tell me stories about that. She had it happen to her once, but it was weird because whatever was holding her down was using a blanket to try to suffocate her. It eventually went away, but the blanket was still there. They had no idea where it came from.
Creepy.
Creepiest part is people actually die that way. A lot of unexplained deaths that have taken place overnight have been blamed on sleep paralysis.
So if there really was something holding people down, you think it can kill them?
Oh, I have no doubt. You hear some of the stories that I've heard from reputable sources, you learn that, in addition to being scary, the supernatural can be lethal.
What?
Amazing ways, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Where are you? What do you want?
I told you before, you shouldn't be afraid of me.
What are you?
My name's Alisa. I want to help you and your sister.
I don't believe you.
The other one's here.
What?
Don't let it see you.
I feel it around me all the time. Something that won't leave me alone. Something that's always watching me.
You really think it has something to do with that crime scene a few weeks ago?
It might. My mom always tells me she wishes that I would cover nicer topics. She thinks that it's dangerous if it's always something dark.
She might have a point, you know?
But even then, that was 3 weeks ago. Whatever it was should have been gone by now. Especially after I got rid of that ring.
Well, there might be some type of residual effect going on. I mean, maybe you just dug too deep into it.
What do you mean? It's not like I found something out.
Well, going and looking is you know, bad enough. I mean, 3/4 of your articles are nothing but darkness.
But that's because there's a lot of darkness out there.
True, but I mean, when you go looking for these things, they'll find a way to stick around. You know, I heard a quote somewhere that if you look into the abyss long enough, it will look back into you. Has anybody else seen anything?
Ling has. She said she saw something. I think it's the same girl that I've been seeing from time to time.
The one that's about her age?
Yeah.
Have you looked up the house's history or anything like that?
You know I did. I didn't find anything yet. About children dying there.
Has your mom seen anything?
If so, she hasn't mentioned it. She probably would have anointed that house with oil by now. Or something.
Are you going to tell her?
I don't think that would be good.
Why not?
I just don't think so. Every time I go to tell her, something happens.
Oh, you gotta do something, Jen.
That's why I kept Ginger's card. She said she knew a psychic. Ling? Did you hear that? Ling, did you hear that?
need to stop.
There's nothing you can do about it.
I can tell them how to get rid of you.
They won't listen to you.
They'll send you back to SHEOL, where you belong.
I'm not going alone.
He's going to kill you if you're not careful. Or he's going to kill her. Or both of you. You have to close the door that you open. Do you hear me?
I was talking to you, Jen. What happened?
I came down here after you. Where were you hiding?
I just came down from bed.
Then what?
I just now came down from bed. What did you hear?
It sounded like someone was hitting the floor and I heard voices.
Did you hear her voice?
Who?
Alisa's.
I don't know what I heard.
Jen, I'm scared here.
Go back to bed, you'll be fine.
But I'm scared here. I spent 2 hours in bed awake. Jen, we have to.
What?
Jen!
Is it that bad?
Looks like something scratched you. So what are we gonna do?
I'll think about it.
We're not gonna tell Mom yet?
No.
But she could help us.
Ling, I don't think this is something that Mom would understand.
How do you know?
I know.
So can we move then?
Where are we going to move?
We can move to that house that you were staying at, can't we? The one you were renting?
Someone else took it already. But Ling, relax. We're going to be just fine.
But it hurt you.
I'm not hurt. It's just a little scratch. You could just sleep on it, okay?
No, I don't want to go in my room.
You're not going anywhere. We're just gonna spend the night here together until we figure this out, okay?
Thanks.
We'll be just fine.
Do you think that we can fall asleep?
We will. If not, maybe you can sing us both to sleep, like you do sometimes yourself.
You can heal me?
Unfortunately.
I heard you scream. Is everything okay?
Yeah, sorry.
You're not having nightmares again, are you?
I think I am.
I'm surprised you didn't wake Ling up.
She was up pretty late.
She must have enjoyed hanging with her big sister for once. Well, have a good night.
Mom? How was work?
It was exhausting. I made it through though. They almost came in later, but I had to get home. Have another shift in the morning again. I wouldn't be able to function if I don't get at least 6 hours.
You have to work tomorrow? You look worn out.
I'll survive, by His grace. Is everything right?
I guess.
You sure? I have a feeling there's something that you're not telling me.
It's not worth mentioning right now. You need sleep.
I know, but I also have to make sure that my daughter is safe.
I'm an adult mom. I can handle myself.
All too well.
I'll be fine. You need to take care of yourself. The last thing we need is for you to get sick again. Okay?
I know. Good night.
Good night, Mom.
That's a psychic, isn't it?
She's going to help us. That's what counts.
You know what Mom would say?
I do. That's why I haven't told her anything.
Going to psychics is wrong, Jim.
Ling is going to help us. Someone I met suggested it to me when I asked. She's dealt with this sort of thing before.
But
it's going to make things go away. That's why I did it, okay? Are you finished?
Almost.
Do you know what happened?
You had two spirits here. One was the girl that you and your sister encountered. Her name was...
Alisa.
Yes. Her presence is a little stronger, which is why she was able to manifest more clearly.
Why was hers stronger?
Because of her goodness and spirit, and the purity of her intentions, which was to help you. Children are by nature more open to the other side than adults. Some people think it works the reverse way as well. But people see child spirits far more often than anything else.
What were her intentions?
To protect you from the other entity. It was only here to cause harm to you and your sister.
Why?
Some entities are just that way. People who were evil in life can sometimes be evil in the next. And that evil and hatred that caused them to do things here gives them more power when they cross over.
You don't think it was a demon?
I really don't believe in demons. Aside from that, I cleanse your house by using the form of sage. I will do the same around your property. The evil entity left and Alisa's on her way.
So it's over?
Yes, but you still need to be careful where you go and what you do from now on. I think you invited this by going to the crime scene.
Probably.
Just stay away from areas like that. I think buying some sage for yourself will cleanse the house from time to time.
My mom isn't going to go for that. She's a hardcore Christian.
Prayer may work, but you need to be protected. Once you open the door, sometimes it's very difficult to keep it closed. But from this, you should be okay for a while.
Well, thank you very much. It feels better here already.
You're welcome. I'll finish outside.
Took you long enough.
Not my fault you're a nerd. You know so many words.
You're the writer.
Maybe you can be a writer yourself. Have to put the vocabulary to use somehow.
I want to be a singer. I write my own songs.
I know, but that kind of career is hard to get into. Even the ones with the talent have trouble breaking in.
Yeah.
But I know you can do it.
Thanks.
I gotta go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. No cheating. What are you doing here?
Something's wrong. I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
I can't leave. I can't.
But if you're here, then what about...
It's just me.
Did the sage even work?
We pretend it does sometimes. But if we really went in, nothing can keep us out. In fact, sometimes it makes us stronger. Like that ring your aunt gave you. He thought it would protect you, but he gave us more power to manifest, to do what we wanted to do all along.
What?
Kill one of you, or both of you. But since we can't have your soul, tormenting you will have to suffice. We're gonna do it slow. Make you beg for death while I pull your insides out before your eyes.
Jen? Jen? I won't let you. Jen! I won't let you kill my sister.
What are you talking about? It's me! What are you talking about? It's me!
I will die first.
Jin!
Mom!
What?
Can you see it?
See what? What are you doing to Ling? Get out of my house! In Jesus' name I command you, leave! And leave my girls alone now!
I didn't know it's you!
I didn't know it was you.
I didn't know it was you! I should have told you before.
Don't worry about it. We'll talk later. It's over. That's most important.
Thank you. Thank you. I know you just moved in. My mom's not here and I'm locked out of the house. Can I use your phone to call her?
No, my phone's not hooked up yet, but, oh, I have a cell phone. Hold on, let me go get it. It's in the kitchen. Here you go.
Thanks. Mom, are you almost home? Yeah, I'm locked out of the house. Oh, okay. Bye.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, you have the key from the end of the mat.
Okay.
Thanks for your help.